Hello and welcome to the DX Corner for your weekly dose of DX. I'm Bill, AJ8B. This past weekend was Hamvention in the Dayton, Ohio area, and I wanted to highlight two things for you. First, the Southwest Ohio DX Association, otherwise known as SWDEXA, announced its 2025-26 DXpeditioner of the Year award at the SWDEXA DX dinner on Friday night of Hamvention. This recognizes an operator who made an exceptional contribution to the DX community. The award this year was given to YL2 Golf Mike Yaris Peterson for his solo ZS8W operation from Marion Island. His expedition logged 31,672 QSOs and helped activate an entity that moved from number 11 most wanted to number 25 in the rankings. SWDEXA praised the effort as well organized and successfully carried out under very challenging conditions. So congratulations to Yaris. I believe this is his second DXpeditioner of the Year award. SWDEXA also recognized the 2025-26 DXpedition of the Year award, honoring excellence in planning and execution from most wanted entities. The award went to the Russian DXpedition team for their 9 Uniform 1 radio uniform expedition to Burundi, which logged 179,831 QSOs and moved the entity from number 60 to number 106 in the most wanted rankings. SWDEXA recognized the team for a well-organized operation carried out in a challenging environment, so congratulations to them. So here's some upcoming DX news. The 7-operator team will activate Lord Howe Island June 1st through the 14th using the contest call sign Victor Juliet 2 Lima as part of a DX marathon activation. The operation will focus on 40 through 10 meters, CW sideband, and FT8. The team aims to work as many DXCC entities and zones as possible while also supporting chasers seeking DXCC band slots and POTA, SOTA, and IOTA contacts. For questions, you can contact Chris, Victor Kilo 3 Quebec Bravo, directly. M0OXO Charles Wilmot will handle QSL services. And you should check your log program to make sure that VJ2L is actually recorded as DXCC entity VK9L. A German team, following previous successful Tango 2 Charlie, Charlie 21 Mike, and Victor 6 Delta DXpeditions, is preparing for its next venture to American Samoa in the South Pacific Ocean. This operation will take place from October 29th to November 13th, using the call sign Kilo Hotel 8 Alpha. Arrangements have been challenging, but all logistics are now settled. Due to worsening conditions on the high bands, the focus will be on the middle and low bands. The 9 operators will run 4 stations around the clock, covering 160 through 6 meters, CW sideband RIDI and FT8. All gear will travel with the team to avoid transport damage. And you can visit the KH8A website for more information. Also, the DX India Foundation has announced a multi-phase plan for the Victor Uniform 4 Romeo DXpedition to Andaman and Nicobar Islands. This activation will combine technical operations, international collaboration, and support for young amateur radio operators. The first phase, scheduled for 22 to 26 July, is a preparatory trip focused on logistics, site readiness, and participation in the RSGB IOTA Contest, with operations limited to sideband and FT8. The second phase, which will be at the end of the year, December 17th to the 30th, includes the main International DXpedition and the 49th SEANET Convention in Port Blair, making the first time the event will be held there. Key dates include the SEANET Convention from 18 to 20 December and a licensing deadline of May 31, 2026. So that's coming up pretty quickly. It seems like a long way off, but it's not. The following DX information comes from Bernie, W3UR, editor of the DailyDX, the WeeklyDX, and the How's DX column in QST. If you would like a free 2-week trial of the DailyDX, your only source of real-time DX information, just do what several other listeners and readers have done and drop me a note at thedxmentor@gmail.com, and I'll get you hooked up. From the UK's sovereign base areas on Cyprus, which is Zulu Charlie 4, we have this. Dave, Golf 4, Whiskey X-Ray Juliet, will operate as Zulu Charlie 4 Romeo Hotel from Dakilia between May 24th and May 30th using 100 watts. He will be active on CW, sideband, FT8, and FT4 across 40 through 6 meters using dipoles and end-fed half-wave antennas. We have an update on Rodriguez Island, which is 3 Baker 9. Uniform Radio 9 India Delta X-ray Ivan is QRV until June 1st as 3 Baker 9 India Delta X-ray from Rodriguez Island. His operations will focus on HF bands, primarily using CW and some sideband, but not FT8. QSL directly only to his address in Madeira Island, Portugal. And that was UR9 IDX. From Jamaica, which is 6 Yankee, we have this. Bill, Kilo Quebec 4, Papa Golf Victor, is traveling to Jamaica from May 31 to June 8th for an anniversary trip and will operate as Kilo Quebec 4, Papa Golf Victor stroke 6 Yankee on the radio when possible. Although experienced with POTA and SOTA, he is new to DXing and will be using an IC705, tuner, and an amp. He plans to activate parks for POTA using FT8 and HAM2K portable logger. So here's an update from Bolivia, and you wouldn't think Bolivia was that rare or would need a DXpedition, but I only get to work Bolivia once or twice a year, and it's just not very active, so I'm glad somebody's going there. So from Bolivia, which is Charlie Papa, we have this. Charlie Papa 7 DX has released some details of the upcoming DXpedition that this team has. They plan to be QRV from Tarija May 26th to June 6th, including the CQ Worldwide WPX CW weekend. The rest of the time they will be doing single sideband CW and FT8, 160 through 6 meters, and EME on 144 and 432. And you can QSL Team Bolivia at LU1FM, Club Log OQRS as well. From Bonaire, which is PJ4, we have this. Chris, WA7RAR, will be operating as Papa Juliet 4 Charlie Bravo until from May 27th to June 8th, using single sideband and CW, 20 through 10 meters, and from some POTA sites on the island as well. From Azerbaijan, we have this, 4 Kilo. The first ever POTA activation from Absheron National Park is May 28th, just one day, so you better mark it on your calendar. The 4 Kilo Oscar Tango DXpedition and Contest team is going, joined by the ARAS, the Azerbaijan Radio Amateur Society. They say the park is remarkable on the Caspian Sea. It's unbelievable. Its grid is LN50EG. They plan single sideband on HF and will have live updates, photos, logs, and QSLs as things unfold. Mike, Delta Fox 8 Alpha November, announces he'll be operating from the Northern Sporades in Greece as Sugar Victor 8 Delta Fox 8 Alpha November. He should be QRV from Skopolis until May 26th. He plans to be active mainly on digital modes and CW using 100 watts and long wires, with a possible SO50 satellite contact using his FT817. QSLs will be available via Delta Fox 8 Alpha November, either Bureau or direct, and LOTW will be uploaded shortly after he returns. Alan, F8 FUA, will be in Kigali, Rwanda, QRV holiday style as 9 X-Ray 5 Kilo Mike from June 4th to June 13th. There will be activity on CW sideband and digital on all HF bands, and, depending on local conditions, some possible 160 meters. QSOs will be uploaded to LOTW, but no OQRS. QSL Direct or via the Bureau to Fox 8 Fox Uniform Alpha. Oscar Hotel 1 Lima Echo Golf and Oscar Hotel 1 Mike November, Yuha and Marcus will again activate Oscar Juliet 0 Zebra and Oscar Juliet 0 Mike November respectively from Market Reef from May 30th to June 6th, as they hope for good weather for landing and then the 1 week while they're there. It will be the same gear as previously, a pair of IC7300 radios and dipoles and some other wire antennas. Modes will be sideband and FT8. Juha says they do 4 meters down to 160 and, quote, I like to do more low bands, end quote. They will not do Logbook of the World or EQSL. This week, the DX Mentor podcast will feature an update of the CQ Marathon program by Mark, WC3W. If you can find anyone that's more passionate about what they do than Mark, I'd like to meet him. Check this out and let me know what you think. If you have any questions or need information, you can drop me a note at thedxmentor@gmail.com. There are a few contests that I have found to be especially useful for DXers who are trying to fill band slots or work an all-time new one. The next contest you should focus on is the 2026 CQ Worldwide WPX CW contest, held the weekend of May 30 and 31. It starts at 000 UTC Saturday, which is Friday night, and ends 48 hours later at 23:59 on Sunday. The objective is for amateurs worldwide to contact as many amateurs and prefixes as possible during the contest period. And with a call like AJ8, you know why I like this contest. Although I said the contest is 48 hours in length, single operator stations may operate 36 of the 48. Off times must be a minimum of 60 minutes during which no QSO is logged. Only the original non-work bands, 160, 80, 40, 20, 15, and 10 meters may be used. Observance of established band plans is strongly encouraged. The all-important exchange is as follows: RST report plus a progressive contact serial number starting with 001 for the first contact. Until next week, this is Bill, AJ8B, saying 7-3, and thanks to my XYL Karen for her love and support. I hope to hear you in the pileups. Have a great DX week.